Hi, and welcome once again to the Les Paris podcast. Today's episode is 244. Yesterday, episode 243 was about dish soap. And today, episode 244 is about caffeine. Caffeine. Do you take caffeine? Well, if you think you don't take caffeine, there's a good chance you're wrong. You see, caffeine is used as an additive. That means they add it to things. They add it to all sorts of things. You can find caffeine in many products, and it's designed to make you feel good when you consume that product, eating it or drinking it. Most people think of caffeine when they think of coffee or tea. And a lot of teas have caffeine. Some teas don't have caffeine. Usually a herbal tea doesn't have caffeine. But the red English teas, or black teas, they usually have caffeine. Did you know that Japanese green tea has caffeine in it? Not very much, but it still has some caffeine. And of course, coffee has caffeine, and a lot of people like to drink Coca-Cola to get the caffeine. Coca-Cola has an added punch. It has caffeine plus lots and lots of sugar. So you get a double I feel good feeling. Because when you consume caffeine, you feel good for a while. Okay. Now, you can also get a lot of caffeine in some of those energy drinks. Okay, these drinks like Red Bull and Monster Juice, they all have caffeine in it. And actually they have quite a bit. Okay. There's some caffeine drinks on the market that have been coming out recently. I heard that they're crazy high amounts of caffeine. And in fact, it's not appropriate for children to drink them. Now, I've heard for a while that the energy drinks aren't good for kids, but these ones are souped up energy drinks. They're even stronger. And they're pretty bad for having too much caffeine. And caffeine can do all sorts of things to your body. It does make you more alert. It does make you more awake, but it also has some drawbacks. It can increase your feelings of stress and tiredness. It can affect your digestion. In general, caffeine is one of those things that you don't want to have too much of every day, but a little bit is okay. So if you're thinking you want caffeine, stick to a cup of coffee a day. Hey, thanks for listening through to the end of this episode of the Les Paris podcast. Today, episode 244 was about caffeine. Please come back again tomorrow. Expand your listening vocabulary by practicing listening to episode 245, which will be about souvenirs.